Hello parents! I wanted to record a video today to show you our phonics PowerPoints that we work on in class. These will be posted weekly on CTLS. You can use these if your child is ever absent because they're sick, if your child is ever in quarantine, or if you just have them at home for a few days. So I wanted to kind of go through this and explain how we do it in class. I did want to preface before I start the video that there may be some things in this presentation that you may not be able to do at home. You may have to do a little improvisation at home. You can use both the homework binder as additional resources to help you complete some of the parts of this PowerPoint, but I just want to kind of walk you through what it looks like in class and how you can potentially use it at home. So it's going to start showing you what the letter we're working on, or the sound, and for this particular lesson, it's lesson N. So it starts with us going through Monday. So you'll see we work on 2 letters each week. So you do want to make sure you find the one for the day that you're working on. So for instance, our next letter for this week is G, and that's going to be on Wednesday and Thursday. And so you want to make sure it's to look for the day, because you don't want them to see some sounds they may not know or we haven't worked on yet. So really be specific about what day you're on. So as you walk through, you may want to show students ready to learn just what they should look like. Focus, their eyes up front. And then this is the first part of our visual deck. So with our visual deck, the most important thing is to make sure your students have their 2 fingers together, and we finger trace. So we put it on a hard surface. In class, we use the carpet. At home, you could also use a table. You could also use their lap if they don't have a place that they're kind of sitting. But you really want them, as they're going, to finger trace the lowercase letter. So I'll kind of use my cursor here to show you. And they're going to want to say this: A, apple, A. As you go through, they're going to finger trace, again, the lowercase letter. The reason we have students do this is because they primarily see lowercase letters in their reading. Of course, they do see uppercase letters as well, but the majority of the time they're going to come across letters, it's going to be lowercase. So we have them finger trace and have that tactile component so they can connect both the sound and the letter in their brain. So T, top, T, S, sun, S. And again, you're going to have them doing this with their 2 fingers together on a hard surface. In class, sometimes we use sand. Additional time we use sandpaper. It's really nice if they have some sort of really tactile surface. So the carpet works really nicely. Additionally, things such as maybe if you have some sort of textured type of cloth that they can use, but that works really nicely. So you can just go through and you see it's the letter first, then the picture card, S, sun, and then the sound. S. Another really important thing with our drill deck is we want to make sure we say those sounds correctly. So B is a good example. So if we go B, ball, B, make sure they're cutting that sound. We don't want to hear the sound B. So with students, a lot of times they'll add that extra to the end. And I tell students that when we read words, we don't say B, all, we say B, ball. So making sure they don't add that extra sound to the end of that. So as you go through, you'll just complete all of these. And then you'll see here where we're just working on sounds. So I'll say sound, and the students will say k, sound, So I'll say sound, and the students repeat just the sound that they hear. So we'll go through those. And those are, again, all the letters we reviewed. And then we'll move on to the blending drill. So I have a little character here. It changes each week or a couple times a week, where we have something they're looking for. So with this, they're going to identify the dog, and they're going to say that sound. And as it moves forward, the dog will move. So I'm going to do an example of what this should sound like. We'll say, at, mat. So you want to make sure your student blends all of those sounds together. So there will be a few words that we've been reviewing. Again, this is our review portion of our PowerPoint. K, at, cat. And again, if students miss a sound, I do go back and I review. So for instance, for this one, if they say it, fit, I'll go back and I'll say, let's look at the sound. This middle one is ah. Let's do it together. At, fat. So again, this is really something you can do to make sure your child knows those sounds. So as we go through, we're just reviewing some of the words and some of the sounds we've been working on. So the next portion is our Let's Read. This is where we're going to review our sight words that we've covered in class, as well as introduce our new sight word. So with this, I have included our dot. So at home, you could easily have students touch that dot on their computer screen or their iPad or wherever they're going to be doing their work. In the classroom, I have students come up to the board and put their finger on the dot. We do this together. So again, we're working on tracking the print. We don't want students to put their finger on the word, but really want to work on them putting it underneath the word so that they can see the words. So we just go through and review these words, just saying them out loud. See, at, sat, a, the, I, like. And again, if they miss a word, such as here, me, we'll go back. Oh, let's look at this word. Remember, the word is my. So as we go through the words reviewing, you'll also see we have a word that there's a star at the top. That's our new word that we're introducing. And when we do this, I really go through and we look at this word and we talk about what we see. We talk about if this is a red or a green word. Remember, so I did send information that's in the homework binder about the difference of red and green words. But our green words are words that we can sound out, such as it. And red words are words that we cannot sound out. So words like have here is a red word. If they try to sound it out, and we do try, have, have. We talk about how that is not going to be a word that we can sound out. So this is a red word. We just have to see it and we know it. So once we review and we talk about this word, we then go through and we read it in a few sentences. So a lot of our words we don't quite know how to read yet, such as the word house. So I do include pictures, and we talk about that vocabulary just to make sure students know what that is. So friends, what is this picture? What is it a picture of? It's a house. So that when we read the sentence, I have a house, students will know what that word is correctly. So as we go through, I have the ball. And some of these sentences will change, and again, if they miss this word, go back and make sure they're reading it correctly. I have a car. Then you'll see some sentences where we've completely taken out the pictures because these are words that they should be able to read phonetically. So again, I have the mat. And I have students in class come up and read these. I'm practicing tracking the print, but you could have them do that at home as well. So then we come to our new concept. So this is our new concept that we're working on for the next few days. And we start here with a little rhyme or a little poem that really concentrates on the sound. So here, Noodle Ned gave 9 nickels to his next door neighbor, Nancy. So we may talk about what a nickel is, or we may talk about noodle, but really having students concentrate on the sound that we hear, the n sound in all of those words. Then we go through and we introduce our new picture card. Again, we really want to focus on what this sound is and also what students are saying with this sound. So here we'll say in, nose, n. Again, concentrate we don't want students to say n because our sound, we don't want to add that extra sound on the end, the We want to say n, nose, n. So you'll see the pictures. If you have questions, if these come home, what this picture specifically is, please email me and I'll be more than happy to tell you what those picture cards are or that goes along with the cards. We then identify just the sound, n. And then this is something that you'll have to skip at home. We have a special magic fishbowl that I have our super kid of the day pull out different objects that start with the letter that we're working on. So that's a big job for our super kid to do each day. So they're very excited about that. But so if you have it at home, it's just really identifying different words that start with that sound. So then there is always a chance for brain breaks. I do embed those in the PowerPoints. So this might be a time for you to have your students wiggle. Brain break is just a time for them to get up, to do a move, to do a dance. You may have heard a lot of these songs we do at home. We do different interactive dances, and we do those throughout the PowerPoint. So parents, if your child is getting a little wiggly, feel free to have them stand up, do a little wiggle break, run around the room a few times. I have students jump and count and just doing different things so that they're up moving, so they're not sitting at the carpet for this long, because I know these can be lengthy, and the longer your students are sitting, the less they're going to be able to focus. So really, my rule of thumb, if your child has been sitting for about 7 to 8 minutes, I have my students get up and do a quick movement break, whether it's a longer song or if it's just really quickly jump 10 times, but really kind of get them moving and reset their brains so they're really able to focus. We also have handwriting. Now again, this is also something you're not going to have at home, so let's write it in together with Miss Marnie. This is a program we have at school that all of the kindergarten and first grade teachers use. And again, parents, unfortunately, you don't have access to the Miss Marnie because we do have subscriptions for each of our classrooms, but this would be the portion where you're going to do the handwriting with your child. And those come home with you. They are posted on CTLS, and again, if you have difficulty finding them on CTLS, please email me and I'll be more than happy to email that to you. but it's going to be the handwriting page. So the chants are at the top of each of those sheets. You'll see those. So you can go over and just complete the handwriting with your child. And then it goes into Tuesday, and it's very similar as it goes through. So I'm just going to go through this part very, very quickly because these are all just exactly the same thing we've done. But then I do want to show you one extra thing on the bottom at the end that we review. So again, more drill deck, working on now including our sound that we've been working on. So here at the end, it shows you, again, the lowercase letter that we really want to specifically have students to learn. So we'll have them work on that, kind of putting their fingers in finger tracing when we add that to the drill deck for the next day. So we'll say, okay, the letter N, the lowercase n, starts at the top, we come down, we curve up and around, that's our lowercase n. So then we talk about the placement on our line, making sure students are making that correctly. And then the last portion that we have is our drill deck, or our dictation. So you'll see this is the portion I discussed on our read sheet. We'll do that on a read sheet on the back where students will, I'll say a sound. The sound is and the students repeat, what's the sound? And then they're going to write that. So all those sounds that we've been working on, and then our word dictation. What I personally, parents, would recommend is going back to the top where we were doing our letters to drill, to blend here, and using these as your dictation words, because these are going to be words that we've already blended, we've already read, they've already been kind of have some prior knowledge of. So you can say the word is gnat. What's the word? Gnat, and help students write that word. And again, you do have dictation pages in your homework binder that you can use if they're at home. You can also just use a piece of paper and a pencil or a whiteboard, whatever you use. We use a variety of things in the classroom, so you're more than welcome to whatever is easiest for you. But that's kind of the way our phonics PowerPoints look. If you do have any questions about this, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to go through and kind of explain in more detail. I'm also more than happy to kind of schedule a Zoom with anybody, or if you want to give me a call, or again, if you have questions about any of the things that come up in the PowerPoint, maybe what some of those pictures are or what some of those kind of letter cards are, I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the week. I look forward to seeing everybody on Monday.